Hey, what's going on, everybody? I finally have some time to do my team setup video. I've wanted to do this for a while, but the past couple weeks I've been pretty busy. I just got a new job, and a lot of my time's been being put into that. For those of you who don't know, for a majority of my Puzzle and Dragons adventure, I've been unemployed. So that's why I have had all this time to rank up and max my skills and get plus eggs and all that, because I wasn't doing anything else. But now that I have a job, I can't play Puzzle and Dragons as much as I have in the past. So now that we have some downtime, we can finally get into this team setup video. So let's get into it. The first team that I use is my Horus team, and some of you may recognize this from my Goldkeeper video. It's a double gravity Horus team. Both of the gravities are maxed out, which is sort of necessary if you're running the Firelight Horus because he has naturally bad recovery, so you can't really stall for enough turns. But my selection of subs has naturally high recovery, so when the whole team is plussed out, the recovery becomes massive for a Firelight Horus team. And then we run Echidna for delay, and then Cushionata for the damage reduction skill. It's a pretty good Horus team that has an expansive skill set, and the recovery is just massive for a Firelight Horus, so it's sort of a dream team that I had and I finally completed. So that is team number 1. Team 2 is my Zeus team, and some of you may recognize this from my Endless Corridors video. I cleared the Endless Corridors with this team. Normally, you would run dual Echidna for the non-in-app purchase Zeus team, and that team's very good. But I just so happened to have been lucky enough to roll an Orochi out of the rare egg machine, and I like him better than a second Echidna in the Zeus team for a few reasons. Number 1, his delay is stronger than Echidna's. It's 5 turns instead of 3, so you can delay the boss and have more turns to chip it down and kill it. And then also, he's a water type, so normally if you were running 2 Echidnas, then your water orbs would be useless, but when running Orochi, you can actually mass attack with the water orbs and conserve your light orbs. So mass attack is pretty good, especially when he has the row enhance. So if you have 6 water orbs, you can match 6 across the board and blow away around, conserving your light and just making your job easier. And he also has a skill boost, which works really well with the team because Verge is maxed out on the skill and Valk is also maxed out on the skill. So their skills become 4 as soon as the dungeon starts, so you can activate them earlier in the dungeon, and once again making your job easier. So that's a team I really like to use. My third team is a Cushionata team. This isn't the best Cushionata team, but it's definitely the most fun for me. And the cool thing about this is you pop Sonia's skill, changing the whole board to wood and dark, which is the colors of the whole team. And then you pop Dragon Zombie, enhancing all of the wood and dark, so the whole board is plussed out. And then you use Yomi, Change the World, and you make this giant combo, which just increases more and more with Cushionata, and the damage is just insane because the orbs are 2 colors, and the team is those 2 colors, so the damage is so concentrated and so high that it pretty much blows up anything. So it's a fun team to use, and I like it a lot. My fourth team is the No Recovery Golem setup. This is probably the most common. I did a video, I think it was Eco Collab, and everything's explained there, but this team's a no-brainer. It's a very easy team to make, except for max skilling Gomen. That would take a lot of time, but it's an endgame non-in-app purchase team, and it works very well. The fifth team is a team that I just made last week. I Ultimate Evolved Zayrog, and this guy's pretty awesome. He's probably the best dragon leader. Fagon's okay, but the hit points have to be full, and there's no dragons with delay outside of Melody, so he's a little iffy. But Zayrog is really good, and I have 2 orb makers, Chaos Dragon Knight Voice changing light to dark, and then Cyclone Devil Dragon changing water to dark. And then we run Sonia and Dragon Zombie again. And this team has a lot of skill boosts in it. Zayrog has one, your helper Zayrog would probably have one. Cyclone Devil Dragon has a skill boost. Sonia has 2, which is pretty cool. And then Zombie Dragon has 1. And after you pop Sonia, you would want to make Rose because it's sort of a row enhance team. Sonia has 2 row enhances, and then Zayrog has 1. So your helper Zayrog would have another 1. The recovery is a bit low, but that's okay because the team has a lot of skill boosts and you can make dark orbs pretty fast and blitz through the dungeon. I really want to max skill this Sonya. You'll find out that if you roll a Sonya, you can build so many different teams because of her skill, changing the whole board to 2 colors. And there's a lot of synergy with a lot of monsters. So Sonya you'll see in a lot of my teams. Team 6 is my healer team, and I don't really use this too much, but a lot of my friends lead with Valkyrie, so I'll throw her up sometimes and hopefully get some POW points. But I would normally run double Echidna in this team, but I chose to run Princess Valkyrie. I think she's better than a second Echidna, because if you're going to use guard stance light followed by attack stance light, a lot of the board becomes light, so if you're going to pop King Shiny as well, you would kind of want a majority of the team to be light. And Princess Valkyrie has a delay, so the dual delay aspect of the team stays the same, but she also offers a skill boost and a light row enhance. So those definitely help the team out a lot. So Princess Valkyrie is pretty good for the team. Team 7 is my Satan team. Pretty much the same thing with the healer team. I don't use this one a lot, but a lot of my friends use Satan, so I'll throw this up sometimes. I like to run attack stance and double attack stance in my Satan team. And then King Batty, of course, as the Devil Burst sub, the whole team's Devil. And then I like to run a second Satan for the 3 row enhances. Pairing up with your helper Satan, fully awakened, you will have 9 total row enhances. So if you make your rows, then you'll be able to blow up anything. And on the boss, you'd probably use double attack stance, and the boss isn't going to survive all those row enhances with Batty on top of it. So it's a pretty nasty team. Teams 8, 9, 10, and 11 are sort of experimental teams. The team you see here, Dark Zeus, is actually a team borrowed from another pad YouTuber. They uploaded a video of this team with Loki instead of Dumpty. Loki is the rare egg machine version of Dumpty, or Dumpty's the non-in-app purchase version of Loki, we should probably say. But her awakens are pretty good, nonetheless. She has a row enhance and then extend time, which always helps. The team's pretty good. It's a concentrated dark attack team. Like on the boss, you would activate Sonya, changing the whole board to wood and dark. Once again, Sonya's in the team. Then you'd pop the Dumpty effect, dark enhancement, so the whole team gets 1.5 times dark attack. And then, because we activated Sonya, we're going to activate Tsukiyomi's effect, change the world. And we make this giant combo, and because the whole board is dark and green, and the whole team is dark, all of the orbs, like the damage becomes concentrated. And Sonya, the green orbs are going to stack on top of her, and her attack's just going to keep rising and rising with all of the combos. And just the damage is so crazy with this team. So it's a pretty good mono dark team. Team 9, we have Awoken Zeus Dios. He recently got a buff to his leader skill, which is 3.5 times attack when your hit points are not full. Sort of the opposite of Zeus Olympius, who has 3.5 times attack when your hit points are full. So he plays a little different. And I like to run him as a mono green team, mainly because his skill, you can change the whole board to wood. So the entire team would get a huge attack off that. And Griffin recently got an ultimate evolution, and its skill gives all of the wood orbs a plus. So you make the whole board green, and then you plus out the whole board, and then just blast away the boss. It's pretty cool. We're running Sonya because she has a row enhance, which really helps the team out, and also 2 skill boosts. And then we're running Kushinada because, say, the round before the boss, if you accidentally have hearts drop from the ceiling, then you're going to heal back up, and then Zeus's ability, like the leader skill, the trigger's not going to be there. So you can use Kushinada to absorb the damage from the boss, like if it would normally kill you. And then Zeus's leader skill comes back into play. Then you can activate Jupiter Genesis, and then Griffin's ability, and then blast away the boss. So that's a really cool trick in the team, and it also increases the recovery of the team. A lot of people like to run Satan as a sub in the Zeus Dios team because you don't have to worry about the heart Skyfalls. But the way I have this set up, I like to run Kush instead. But she is rare egg machine and Satan isn't, so I guess it's a different setup for that. Team 10, we have a Sasaki team. I'm anxiously awaiting the ultimate evolution of Sasaki so I can change her back to 1 ponytail, because 1 ponytail is better than 2. This is a dual delay Sasaki team running Echidna and Melody. And the cool thing about this team is on the boss you can activate Sasaki, changing the whole board to fire, light, and wood, Then you activate Melody, delaying the boss and plussing out your wood orbs. Then you use Takamenakata, plussing out your fire and light. So the whole board becomes plus. And then you make a combo, and if that doesn't kill it, then you activate your helper Suzaku and finish the boss. This team, the pluses aren't really practical, so the best way I think to run this team would be to run double Zeus max skill. So the team becomes double gravity, double delay. Well, double Wrath of God, but it's pretty much gravity. If I max out this Zeus and ultimate evolve it and max out the skill, then this team would be pretty nasty. So that's going to be a goal of mine. But for now, Takamenakata will fit the bill. And then Team 11, I have a cute mastering team, because mastering is my favorite monster. Just look at him. He has that nom 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 face. This team's pretty cool because the hit points are insane because everything's a physical, and mastering's ability 2.5 times hit points for physical types. So if you pair up with a helper mastering at max level, you have like 200,000 hit points, which is like 5 times the amount of hit points that Lucifer teams have. It's a pretty cool team. It's not really used in a lot of dungeons, probably tricolor. I just have it because I like mastering. But there are some pretty cool tricks in the team. You can reset the board a lot because you have 2 masterings at max skill, and hopefully the helper mastering, if there are any, would be at max skill. And then you have your 2 Gigas the Great, who have massive hit points and attack stance fire, changing the hearts to fire and the whole team's fire. You don't really need hearts because your hit points are massive. And then you have Golem, who changes the whole board to fire and the whole team's fire, so you just launch this crazy attack. It's a pretty cool team. Like I said, it's not really used in a lot of dungeons, but it's fun to play. It's hard to find people who lead with mastering, though. You usually have to text someone for it. But yeah, those are my 11 teams that I am currently using right now. There have been some changes in the monster box since the previous video. We evolved Suzaku, of course, and maxed out the level. We have also evolved Wind Prodigy Sasuke into Gusting Prodigy Sasuke. We ultimate evolved Griffin, of course. Managed to evolve and max level Agaya, and then Hera Beork is shortly coming. We had Super Emeralds about a week and a half ago, I believe, and that's how I leveled them up so quickly. Who else? Oh, we ultimate evolved Kieran. That's pretty cool. And we also skilled it up a few times. And then Zayrog, of course. Those were the changes. There was a person who wanted to see me do the box in the fuse order to see how many, like what monsters got the most monsters fused into them. And it happens to be the light monsters are most predominant because light experience is so hard to find in the game. So end up putting junk into the light monsters. But that's pretty much it for the fuse. I'm pretty sure that is all for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, I just got this new job and I've been putting a lot of effort into it, so videos will slow down a bit, but I will still upload. I still like Puzzle and Dragons, I still like the game, I still like the concept of it. I like how there's a lot of things that are playable in the game. This video was longer than expected, so we're going to quickly wrap up. I would like to thank you all for watching my video, and if you would like, post a comment down below. I read all of them, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye.